So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. DeAndre Carter back deep. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now it's Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Jair Alexander on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 37-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once more, here's Eckler. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Donald Parham, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Rodgers to throw once more. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And they'll work this down inside the 30. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Charger drive about to get going. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here against CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Chargers.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion.
The Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
on the option. Here's Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, Spiller looking for space. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
On gain of 3 yards. That's another Chargers first down.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 19 and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Complete to Mike Williams. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Up the middle with Eckler. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Rodgers going to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Randall Cobb from 10 yards out. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Chargers 10, Packers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From his end zone, here comes Carter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to it out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half, it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The intended receiver there, Allen, but it'll be second down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
It's a gain of 16 yards. Complete to Keenan Allen. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Eckler bulling his way into the end zone for a touchdown. they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. Touchdown. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score. Chargers 17. Packers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They snap it to Herbert. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Crosby is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do was play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
On second down, Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Packers 24, Chargers 17.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get them the completion.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And Allen's got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
It's a gain of 30. That's another.
Justin Herbert looking to pass toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. A handoff, it's Eckler. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Herbert. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Packers 31, Chargers 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.